Continuing with 2.8, first day we actually graphed absolute value functions. Now I'm going to give you the graph and we need to come up with the equation of those graphs. Now, the big thing, working with these is determining the vertex, determining if it opens up or down, narrow or wider, okay? Because again, even when we are writing these equations, finding that vertex is the key part, okay? So if we find that vertex, what happened there? Okay, so find that vertex, which is given to 0, 2. And remember, there's our h, there's our k. So the big thing here is we need to find our a value. Now, when we're doing this, the easy way to do it is really treating it like slope, okay? Now, we can't treat it like slope because if we go exactly like slope, because if we go like this, and these points, down 1, right 2, that gives us a slope of -1/2. That's not how it works for absolute value functions. It's opening up, so we have that positive a value, okay? So it's like the idea of slope, but not exactly, okay? So again, we need to find a, h, and k. We have found h and k to be 0 and 2. Now it's just a matter of finding that a value. So again, let's just treat it like slope. And then don't worry about the sign. Just look at which way it opens. It opens up, so that a value will be positive. So we went right 2, up 1. And again, slope, rise over run. So 1 over 2. And then we'll also have to know that general form, a times the absolute value of x minus h plus k. So all it comes down to is finding your a, h, and k and plugging it into the general form. So f of x is equal to 1/2. It should be positive since it's opening up, times the absolute value of x minus 0, which I'm not going to write, plus 2. And that is all there is to finding the equation given a graph. Okay, I'll show you another way of doing this here. Again, we need to find a, h, and k. Gotta find, so our vertex, that'll give us h and k. In this case is 2, 3. So our h value is 2. Our k value is 3. So let's just go off of that right now. So we don't know a, so we're just going to leave it as a times the absolute value of x minus 2 plus 3. Now we have a point that we can use to help us find that a value. Okay, so let's just take a point here. There's a nice easy one, 1, 1. So we're going to go 1, 1, and we're going to plug that in for x and y, and remember f of x is just y. So 1 is equal to the absolute value of a times 1 minus 2 plus 3. Okay, absolute a times the absolute value of 1 minus 2, which is the absolute value of -1, plus 3. Okay, absolute value of -1 is just 1. So all we're left with is a plus 3. Bringing that 3 over, we get -2 is equal to a. All right, now, if we just used it like last time, okay, slope of down 2, right 1, 2 over 1, 2. And then since we open down, it is -2. So, a couple of ways to go about finding a. H and k is pretty easy. Find your vertex, there's your h and k. That a, find the slope, not technically slope, but using that idea, or plugging it in to the function after you plug in h and k, using a point. So, final answer, f of x is equal to, we got a value of -2 times the absolute value of x minus 2 plus 3. Okay, a lot of times using that slope idea is going to be a little quicker. Not always going to be nice though. So have that in your back pocket as well. And that's a concept that you can use with any type of function. It's a good thing to know. Okay, so one more. We got our vertex of -2, -1. So we got our h and k. And I'm going to go the fast route, and we're going to do the slope, and it's even given us 2 nice points. 1, 2. Rise over run, so 1/2. And then again, if you're using this idea, you have to look at, okay, it is opening up, so that a value should be positive. Again, f of x is equal to a times the absolute value of x minus h plus k. You will be expected to know that. That will not be given to you. So, know the general form of absolute value function, and then plug in the known information. So a is 1/2, x minus -2, minus 1. Now, I don't want you to leave it in this form, because we can simplify inside the absolute value. So f of x is equal to 1/2 times the absolute value of x plus 2 minus 1. And that is finding the equations given a graph of an absolute value. Okay, so homework again. Absolute value, 2.8. You can finish up now with those problems given the graph. Find the equation. Here's some more examples here. You can go ahead and work on those, and we can pull questions from those in class as well. Other than that, have a good day.